A cordial greeting. Today is Saturday, June 28, 2025. This is meteorologist Ruben Garcia speaking. In this video, I will be giving an update on what was designated as Invest 91, which is already over the waters of the Bay of Campeche, and has a medium probability of cyclonic development as it approaches northern Veracruz and southern Tamaulipas. On the other hand, we are also monitoring the evolution of Invest 95, which is located to the south of Oaxaca and has a high probability of becoming the next cyclone of the eastern Pacific hurricane season. And if it forms into a tropical storm, it would be named Tropical Storm Flossie. Regarding the low pressure located over the waters of the eastern Pacific, I will be recording another video later today to update the forecast, and interests in Guerrero, Michoacán, Colima, Jalisco, and southern Baja California Sur should pay attention to its evolution. But let's talk about Invest 91. You can see the area of bad weather accompanying this low pressure, which has brought heavy showers across Belize and much of the Yucatan Peninsula this morning. It is raining quite heavily in central and northern Belize, and if we zoom into the satellite image, we can see the rotation of Invest 91, which is already over the waters of the Bay of Campeche. Over the next 24 to 36 hours, it will continue moving west-northwest, which could be enough for it to develop into a tropical depression. And as I mentioned in yesterday's video, the geography of the Bay of Campeche tends to be very favorable for the formation of tropical cyclones, and this is one of the reasons why the probability of development has increased compared to yesterday. In fact, in the latest tropical outlook that just came out around 6 a.m. local time in Veracruz, the National Hurricane Center raised the chances to 50% that a tropical depression will develop within the next 48 hours before moving between northern Veracruz and southern Tamaulipas. According to the latest track projections from specialized models, you can see that there is consensus that it will maintain a generally west-to-west-northwest movement over the next 24 hours, and by Sunday morning, it will begin to move more toward the northwest until it eventually enters just south of the city of Tampico, leaving the most significant effects between southern Tamaulipas and northern Veracruz. Fortunately, the time it will spend over the waters of the Gulf of Mexico is less than 48 hours, so it is not projected to strengthen much before reaching Mexico. Some models show a tropical depression or perhaps a weak tropical storm in about 36 hours. In fact, if it does develop into a tropical storm, it would be named Tropical Storm Barry. The ensemble members of the American model generally agree that it should enter sectors of northern Veracruz or southern Tamaulipas, and the members with a more northerly trajectory are the ones showing strengthening into a tropical depression or weak tropical storm, which makes sense since a more northerly track would allow the center to remain over Gulf waters for a longer period. We see the same in the ensemble projections of the European model. Some of them develop a tropical depression or tropical storm between southern Tamaulipas and northern Veracruz. The projections from Google's artificial intelligence model show that the potential impact region of the circulation center will be near the city of Tampico, and as far north as Soto La Marina and as far south as Tuxpan de Rodriguez Cano. So this is the area that should be attentive to the evolution of Invest 91. And something very important is that the most active part of this future cyclone will be in the northern and northeastern quadrants. So, for example, a track over the city of Tampico would leave the most significant effects in sectors of Tampico. That is precisely what the wind gust projections from global models show us. Let's start with the American model, which has a track very close to or just south of the city of Tampico, showing some wind gusts between 50 to 60 km per hour affecting southeastern sectors of the state of Tampico. This model currently shows a strong low pressure or tropical depression. We also have the projection from the European model, which has a track just north of Tampico and over Altamira. In this case, wind gusts between 50 to 60 km per hour would affect central and southern sectors of the state of Tamaulipas. The European model perhaps develops a tropical depression entering Mexico during Sunday night hours. Additionally, the German model projection shows a very similar track between Altamira and Tampico, entering as a tropical depression or tropical storm during Sunday night with some wind gusts between 60 to 70 km per hour. And although for now it is expected that wind will not be a major issue, it will be raining heavily in sectors of Veracruz and Tamaulipas. For example, the American model projects between 75 to 150 millimeters of accumulated rainfall over the next 5 days, especially starting Monday and Tuesday. The European model also projects some rainfall accumulations ranging from 100 to even 200 millimeters over the coming days, in this case particularly over southern sectors of the state of Tamaulipas, that is, just north of where the circulation center enters. Again, remember that the northeastern quadrant, or whatever lies to the north of the circulation, will have the most significant effects of winds and heavy rains. So my recommendation is that people living between northern Veracruz and southern Tamaulipas prepare for a strong rain event, especially between Monday and Wednesday. Well, That's all for this forecast update. I will continue to monitor the evolution of Invest 91 and will record another video in case this forecast changes significantly. So to stay informed during this event, I invite you to like this video, subscribe to the channel by clicking the red button, and click the bell to receive notifications when I record new videos. For residents of southern and western Mexico, stay tuned for the next video about the evolution of Invest 95. See you later.